Hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me in on Consider This. I just wanted to give a quick tidbit, something that popped into my head the other day as I was sitting in my living room. What popped into my head was a quote by Thich Nhat Hanh, No Mud No Lotus. I believe there's a book title that he wrote named that as well. I'll try to leave some description or a link in the description. And I was thinking about that in response to our current life situation. I have moved into my backyard, but we're all at home right now, and we're not doing much of anything. And some of us are able to work from home. Some of us are still having to go to work. Some of us aren't working. But everybody's had to do something a little bit different. Something's changed. And I wanted to reflect on that a little bit, because usually when change happens, it's not very welcome. It's usually not comfortable, and we usually resist things that are not similar or familiar to us. And as this quote was filtering through my head, I was thinking about that, because we have an opportunity here if we put our heads on straight about it. No mud, no lotus. Think about what that means for a second, if we really consider what that means. Mud is really the dirt of life, the crap, the icky, the not so much fun. But out of that, you get this beautiful flower, this lotus, a blossom, a fruit, a positive outcome, right? Now, there's some things that you have to do to ask yourself how to make that happen. What actions or decisions do we need to make in order to get as much out of this time that we have zero control over, to create a flower for us, to create this better outcome for ourselves. And what does that look like for you? And what it looks like for all of us is going to be totally different. What it looks like for me is going to be different than what it looks like for anybody watching this video, because we all need different things. And we're all navigating our own life path, and we're all on our own little journey through life. And so what comes up for us might be really different. I know right now that where I'm at is to really actually get very focused and be very active and clarifying some of my own goals. Some of us, it might be healing. Maybe you've gotten a time, however unwelcomed it might have been. Maybe you have some silence now, some quiet, some rest, some reprieve, so that you can just process things emotionally or spiritually, or however it is that you're dealing with it. Maybe you're actually getting a huge opportunity to move forward with something that you've been wanting to do for a really long time. There's all kinds of different actions and different decisions. The most important thing, the critical thing for us to get to that blossom, I think, is to just make sure that we are reframing our thoughts and our feelings about this in as positive a way as we know how to do. And that doesn't mean denial of what is. I mean, if you're frustrated that your situation is what it is, it's okay to be frustrated. Be frustrated, claim frustrated. I'm frustrated. I don't like this. That's acceptance, radical acceptance. I don't like what is you accepting it. But you also can't change it. And when you're put in a situation where you don't have any control over what's happening outside of you, the only thing you have control at that point is what's happening inside of you. And that's usually a reframe, a switch in filter or perspective in what it is that you're looking at, to find the silver lining, to purposefully look for the positive thing. Because being optimistic and looking for opportunity is not a denial of what is. It's you taking the best advantage of what life has given you, so that you can make the most out of it to propel you forward in whatever direction it is that you want to go. And so while you're sitting today, wherever you're sitting, think about that for a little bit. Ponder that. Consider that. If we don't have mud, we don't get lotus. Lotuses are pretty. I like flowers. Sometimes we need some mud. Anyway, guys, have a great one. Thanks so much for tuning in. Bye-bye.